Yo, what's up guys, this is Wormpal, the coach of the Stavanger Vikingvolts, and welcome to my week 5 team builder for season 2 of the GCL. This week we are playing against Plasma AKA Gaming Lilligant, who is the coach of the Florida Froslass. Check out his YouTube channel. I don't think he makes videos on this league, but still check out his channel, link is in the description. Plasma has a very scary team. He has Magearna, Megalatios, Volcarona, Crobat, Alomomola, Heracross, Gligar, Serena, Jubilate, Quagsire, Heliolisk, and Minior, and the Ferium C, which he will most likely use for the Magearna. How he got both Magearna and Megalatios, I really don't understand how, because normally both of those two Pokemon are banned in most leagues. So yeah, very scary team. I am very worried about those two. I think the Heracross on his team also does very well against me. So those are like the three Pokemon I'm the most scared of. I'm going to try to make this pretty quick team builder because it's getting pretty late. And there's also one thing I want to say before I start talking about my team. Before this week I made 2 transactions. I dropped Dragonite and Rotom, and I picked up Zapdos and Chestnut. Zapdos I picked up because I didn't feel like Dragonite did very much for me. I already had a Dragon type in Megaltaria and 2 other Dragon Dancers in Megaltaria and Scrafty. So I didn't want Dragonite, and then I instead picked up Zapdos because I kinda wanted another Flying Resist. And Zapdos I think is also just a really good Pokemon. And then I didn't want 2 electric types, so I dropped Rotom, but I still wanted to have a grass type, and since I have the Grassium Sea Crystal, it would just be very weird to not have a grass type, and Chestnut was one of the only grass types available from the RU tier. But also it's pretty cool Pokemon. It's another one of the Gen 6 starters. I also have Greninja, and we were only allowed 2 transactions, so if we were allowed 3 I would probably pick up Delphox because it's the last Gen 6 starter. Yeah, let's start talking about my team. First Pokemon here is Greninja, and I will probably say this every week. This Pokemon is so good, and I will very likely bring it every single week. This week we have a Life Orb, Protein ability of course, with the moves Surf, Ice Beam, Hidden Power, Fire, and U-Turn. Surf is of course to hit the Volcarona and the Minior. Ice Beam hits a lot of his Pokemon. He has a lot of ice weaknesses. Megalatios, Crobat, Gligar, Serena, and Minior. Hidden Power Fire is there mostly for the Magearna, but it's also useful for the Jubilate and the Heracross. And then U-Turn is not really there to deal damage, but mostly just for momentum. And I believe with the combination of the first 3 moves, I can hit everything on his team super effectively, except for the Alomomola, the Quagsire, and Heliolisk. Yeah, I have 196 EVs in speed with a timid nature, so that I believe I can outspeed Crobat, which does not have a speed boosting nature, like Adamant for example. And then I just put the rest in special attack and HP. This Pokemon is Megaltaria. I'm running like a very normal set, or a set that you would see on the ladder a lot. Just Dragon Dance, Roost, Return, Earthquake, max attack, almost max speed, and the rest in HP. But the reason I think like a pretty common Altari set like this does pretty well against this team is not because I can like sweep through everything he has, but I feel like he doesn't have a lot of Pokemon that can actually kill my Mega Altaria, so I can set up on most of his Pokemon. He does have a decent amount of Pokemon that can wall me pretty well, like the Alamomola or the Crobat, but none of those can do like super much damage back to me, so I think that's pretty okay. Return and Earthquake I think hits everything on his team, or I mean there's not, or actually Crobat resists both of those attacks, but that's the only Pokemon, so I don't need very much coverage. Well, yeah, that's Mega Altaria. Next Pokemon is Zapdos. First time I'm bringing this since I just picked it up. I'm running a very specially defensive set with max HP and max special defense. Leftovers, static for the ability, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Roost, and Toxic. I am bringing a very stally team this week. 4 out of my 6 Pokemon have like moves that recover half their health, and I have a lot of Toxic and trying to deal a lot of damage over time on this team. So the Zapdos' job is just to try to stall with Toxic and Roost, get a lot of damage with Toxic. Thunderbolt is of course to deal as much damage as possible, and Hidden Power Ice is there pretty much just for the Gligar and the Serena maybe, because, or mostly just for the Gligar, so I don't get walled by that thing, because it has the immunity ability, so I can Toxic it. That's why I have Hidden Power Ice. This Zapdos switches pretty well against his Magearna as long as he doesn't have Ice Beam. Switches in well against the Megalatios as long as he doesn't have Psy Shock. Switches very well against the Volcarona, very well against the Crobat. Decent against the Heracross. And against all of his physical attackers, the static ability is very useful, so I can maybe get a Paralyze on something. Next Pokemon is Chestnut. Chestnut doesn't really do very well against his team, but I think I just really need it for the Heracross, because nothing else on my team wants to take hit from Heracross, and even if it's like the Guts Flame Orb set, I think a Mega Horn does almost 50% to my Chestnut, even though I max HP, max defense. But I have Rocky Helmet, so I can deal a little damage to his Heracross when I switch this in. I also have Spiky Shield, get even more chip damage on the Heracross, which I think is very useful. And then I have Leech Seed and Synthesis for recover. And last move I just went with Super Fang, because it just does good damage to everything. So yeah, that's pretty much Chestnut. Then we have Heatran here. A very stally Heatran as well. Max HP, a lot of special defense. I think enough speed to outspeed uninvested Gligar. I don't know why I would want to stay in against that thing, but well, it's at least a little fast. Very stally Heatran with Magma Storm and Toxic, getting a lot of damage over time. I think Magma Storm does 12.5% damage every turn, and Toxic also does damage over time, and a Protect in combination with those moves is really good, because if I Protect, I get more Magma Storm damage on him, I get more Toxic damage, and I get more Leftovers recovery. And I don't think like I needed any other moves than those three, so I just put on Substitute to become like even stallier, if you get what I mean. Heatran switches well in against the Magearna if he doesn't have hidden battlegrounds, switches well against the Mechalatios. If he doesn't have Earthquake, switches pretty well against Volcarona, well against the Crobat. Actually also does very well against Alomomola, even though it's a water type, because I'm so special defensive. But your last Pokemon is my Necrozma. Stealth Rock, Knockoff, Photon Geyser, and Morning Sun. Photon Geyser will actually be physical, since I have more attack than special attack. I have Knockoff because I think it's very good against his team. He has two non-evolved Pokemon on his team, being the Gligar and the Doublade, so it's very good to knock off the AVL life that those Pokemon may have. Morning Sun for recovery. Stealth Rock because he has a Volcarona on his team, so if he switches that thing in on rocks, he just loses half his health right away. Max attack Adamant to hit as hard as possible. 56 speed EVs, again to outspeed uninvested Gligar and Heracross, in case he would bring that. But of course he will have a speed investment on the Heracross. So, and I have Tangaberry to allow me to actually take a hit from both his Heracross and his Volcarona. And since Necrozma also has the Prism Armor ability, so it only takes 3/4 damage from super effective attacks, means that a Mega Horn from the Heracross and a Bug Buzz from the Volcarona actually doesn't do a lot of damage. So yeah, I think my game plan will just be to Toxic a lot of Pokemon with my Zapdos and my Heatran, just stall out his bulkiest Pokemon, and then sweep with my Dragon Dance, Altaria, or my Greninja. So yeah, that's the team we are bringing this week. The 6 Pokemon I think he will bring are the Magearna, the Mechalatios, the Crobat, the Heracross, the Gligar, and I'm gonna say the Volcarona. Again, go check out Plasma's channel. Link is in the description. I am playing Plasma very soon, but until next time, goodbye.